Okay, quality will be the same, but not the quantity. That's right. Okay. So there is variety also in the spiritual world.
Yes.
You agree to that? Like there is variety in the
Yes.
material world, so there has to be variety in the spiritual world. Because if the reflection exists, then the reality has to exist, right?
Right.
Mm. Okay. So then the pure devotee, one who's understood this knowledge, the pure devotee means he's above the modes. He's risen above the modes. He may be in the material world, but he's liberated. He's Jivan Mukta. He's understood this knowledge that he's not the body, he's spirit soul, part and parcel of God. And that's why he's engaged in devotional service. So that's why Prabhupada is writing, he's affected neither by creation nor destruction, because his mood is I have to serve the Lord wherever I go. Okay.
Mm.
Is that okay?
Yeah. मम योनिर्महद्ब्रह्म तस्मिन् गर्भं दधामि अहम् संभवाः सर्वभूतानां ततो भवति भारत. Translation. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings, O son of Bharat. Purport. This is an explanation of the world. Everything that takes place is due to the combination of Kshetra and Kshetragya, the body and the spirit soul. This combination of material nature and the living entity is made possible by the Supreme God Himself. The Mahat Tattva is the total cause of the total cosmic manifestation, and that total substance of the material cause, in which there are three modes of nature, is sometimes called Brahman. The Supreme Personality impregnates that total substance, and thus innumerable universes become possible. This total material substance, the Mahat Tattva, is described as Brahman in the Vedic literature. Tasmad etad Brahma nam rupam anam cha jayate. The Supreme Person impregnates that Brahman with the seeds of the living entities. The 24 elements, beginning from earth, water, fire, and air, are all material energy, and they constitute what is called Mahad Brahma, or the Great Brahman, the material nature. As explained in the seventh chapter, beyond this, there is another superior nature, the living entity. Into material nature, the superior nature is mixed by the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thereafter all living entities are born of this material nature. The scorpion lays its eggs in piles of rice, and sometimes it is said that the scorpion is born out of rice. But the rice is not the cause of the scorpion. Actually, the eggs were laid by the mother. Similarly, material nature is not the cause of the birth of the living entities. The seed is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they only seem to come out as products of material nature. Thus, every living entity, according to his past activities, has a different body created by this material nature so that the entity can enjoy or suffer according to his past deeds. The Lord is the cause of all the manifestations of living entities in this material world.
Okay. So Krishna is saying, now Krishna is calling this total material substance Brahman. How do we explain that? Because we say, oh, Brahman is the light. Brahman is spirit, means spirit. But here, Krishna is
It's
saying, hmm,
material is Mahat Tattva.
yeah, Mahatattva. So how do we explain that it is Brahman that I impregnate, and that Mahatattva, Krishna is calling it Brahman. So how can we explain that? Why is he calling it Brahman?
I don't know.
Because Brahman is expanding everywhere. Everywhere is this Brahman. Only one small portion of this Brahman gets covered by the material energy, the Mahatattva. So Mahatattva is also situated on the Brahman, just like the prison in Taiwan is also situated in Taiwan. So right, it can rightfully be said that the prison is also Taiwan, right? So the Mahatattva is also situated on the Brahman. Brahman is expanding everywhere. It's just one portion gets covered. That's with the Mahatattva, that's where the material creation takes place. It's how. Is that okay?
Okay, so you mean Brahman actually it is kind of a light, but only
Brahman is the light
some,
coming from the body
yeah,
of Krishna. Mm,
yes, only some of it is uh, like existing as a material nature,
yeah,
some portion
one,
of it.
yeah, 1/4. The material world is 1/4 of the
Okay.
entire creation. The material creation comprise 1/4, and the rest is all the spiritual world,
Mhm.
the 3/4. Everything is situated on the Brahman. That's light. Yes, everything is situated on light. The material
Mhm.
world, the spiritual world. We are also called Brahman because we are also spirit. But of
Mhm.
course, Krishna is the supreme Brahman, Para-Brahman. So one may think
Okay.
that we living entities, we have material bodies, and so we are product of material nature. And material nature is our cause. But material nature is the cause only of our material bodies. But we are not the body, we are spirit soul. How do we end up here inside this material world? We are put inside here, this material world, by Krishna in his form of Mahavishnu. I impregnate, he says. How does he impregnate? By his vision, by looking. When Mahavishnu glances, he glances at the material energy. And through his glance, all these living and all of us are put inside this material world. Sometimes someone may think scorpions are coming out of a bag of rice. So then someone may say that, oh, rice is the cause of scorpions. If you keep rice long enough, the rice will change itself into scorpion. That's not the case. A higher understanding is that the mother scorpion had gone inside the rice, laid the eggs, and that's why from those eggs the baby scorpions are coming out. Because someone may think, oh, material energy, keep it long enough. If the creation is for long enough, then the living entities are born out of matter. But no, no, we are spirit souls. We are not product of material energy. We are put inside this material energy by God. Is that okay?
Yes.
So here in this material world, whatever we are seeing is a combination of the material energy and us, the superior energy, the spiritual energy, the super soul and matter. Our interaction is all with matter. Our body is made with matter. Our houses, our laptops, mobiles, cars, everything is made with matter. And then we are here in this material world. And the controller of both is Krishna. So this is what is being said here. And then we get different bodies. We give up one body, different bodies. How does that happen? Different varieties of bodies that we keep getting.
Because of our desires.
Yeah, that's right. Desire and karma, how we have acted.
Mm.
Yeah, based on our desire and past work. Then we get our current body and future bodies. This is a very famous verse. Do you all want to stop here or you all want to?
Mm, I think we can read this tomorrow.
Okay, let's read this.
Mm,
Yeah, this is a very famous one, text form.
okay.
Okay. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna. Wait 1 minute, I
Hare
need to
Krishna.
stop this recording and